The first St Mary's Church on present-day Cheetham Street was erected in the year 1741 and was duly consecrated in 1744, and presumably the old burial ground behind the church came into being. The ground which the first church had previously for generations. So this church, previously there was a field where the locals would gather herbs for medical reasons. Among the herbs was something they called white mint. So they could only get the white mint in this particular area. There was nowhere else you could get it. So the white mint was used to make healing salve, or they called it balm. Or another term that was used was Baum field, or the Baum field. So up until the 19th century this area was called St Mary's, and this was always referred to as a Baum chapel. Up until the 19th century there was a lot of folklore about the spectral Baum rabbit, which on moonlight nights can be seen. It can be seen whisking and leaping around the tombstones of the burial ground. This white rabbit was quite harmless, but no one was ever known to approach it, and this was despite air rifles and shotguns being aimed at it. It simply just disappeared, only to be seen again moments later in a different position. The white rabbit was never accounted for. In more recent times, another Baum Boggart has been seen on moonlight nights, wandering around the ancient burial ground of the Baum. So the present Vicar of St Mary's vouches for this, although he has not seen it for himself. Several local policemen on their night patrols have reportedly seen a spectre of an aged, attired man in the fashion of the 17th century. This man likes to wander from one grave to another. Ultimately the figure disappeared through a brick wall where the old marketplace used to be. This set the boundary from where the marketplace was once. So the marketplace was recently destroyed to make way for a new marketplace between Yorkshire Street and Toad Lane. Funny enough, ancient records speak of a foul murder on these grounds, but this murder was before St Mary's Church, or the burial ground. But one still wonders if the ghost of the ancient man are connected to this previous activity, but hopefully we'll find out soon. Five what? Idea. If you've got one, you can do something if you want. If you've got an idea. Right, stop that. Right, it's locked, so we're gonna have to go round. To the Baum Boggart 100% moon phase. So tonight is well, this is supposed to be the night where the Baum Boggart is supposed to manifest or something like that. This story is told by an MBE holder. I'm also an MBE holder, so I'm going to wear my MBE tonight, so you get my version of accounts from obviously my video. So we're going to start tonight at the Bow Brow, which I think is like the first entrance from what the from what the tale tells us, it says it was one of the first passageways or something. Now I'm not quite sure, but I'm very confident that this was that. I thought I seen a red light then. It's probably a plane or something just over there. Anyway, it's probably nothing. Forget what I was saying now. Yeah, so I think this might be the first entrance, as it mentioned in the tale. So we'll start off at the Bull Brow. I'll show you Rochdale, a bit of Rochdale town centre. This town centre is massively haunted early hours. Honestly, it's off the chain. You don't see ghosts, yeah, but everything, all my equipment just starts going off. I get massive milligauss reads, and yeah, it's madness in the town centre. So what's going to be difficult for me tonight, yeah, is Rochdale's got loads of past, yeah, so all that'll start coming up, and like literally the narrative may change because of Rochdale's past. Now Rochdale's in a doomsday book, so there's so much activity that's happened in Rochdale over the. I'm just saying it like that. It's probably nothing over the years, yeah. There's so much activity that's happened, so other stuff might come through. It is a full moon as well, so yeah, I could just see something. It's right there, yeah. I don't know what that is. It's probably a reflection of something, but like literally the full moon is blasting right on the van. So anyway, we'll get to the Bull Brow. I'll show you the Bull Brow. Two things tonight is try to establish origins of the White Rabbit, see if it's true or not. I think it's a bit far-fetched, but after the picture in my last video, I started to get a bit more convinced. I'll show you this picture in a minute. And the second thing is, try and find if there is an intelligent entity that lurks around St Mary's. So we'll try and have a look at these captures as well in the doorway at the Baum, which is like next to the Baum. So I could tell you about the Baum, but I've already done it in previous videos, and the tale and stuff like that. So tonight's investigation, so we will. I just seen that thing again. It's just like, I'm sure it's a plane or something or whatever it is. It's just out the corner. You've just seen it at the corner of my eye there. I don't know what that is. Anyway, it keeps appearing and disappearing. It's probably nothing. It's probably a star. Well, I don't see one. Anyway, let's get into the Rochdale Town Centre. Before I start this is more urban ghost hunting than isolated ghost hunting. The tactics are different. There's more of a risk when you're in a town centre from getting mugged, stabbed, or whatever you want. But hopefully God's watching over me tonight, because we wear the beads of Christ, and to look over us and to make sure we're safe. So I shouldn't really see anybody, to be honest, because this is how this game usually works. I do obviously sometimes bump into people, but it's quite strange sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get cracking, get to St Mary's, get to the Bull Brow it's called. I'll show you the tunnel, and then we'll get cracking in St Mary's Field. Let's do it. So over here there would have been a church at one point, and the old bus station would have been down there. So obviously we've got council offices here. Riverside it's called. And then all this used to be the old bus station. It's funny how Rochdale's changed its look over the years. In fact, I'll have a little walk up here. I don't know if you remember what I said, although I said I shouldn't see anyone, and sometimes it's a bit weird. One person. So up ahead is just an unknown man. That's what I just tried to say there, just one person ahead. How you doing, pal? You alright?
Yeah.
So obviously this would have been you'd be waiting for buses, but obviously not now, because it's all different now. So what I'm referring to there is this used to be the old bus station in Rochdale. I don't know if you can hear the squeaking, but I'm in my trainers tonight, which is a rarity for me. So Rochdale's got such a past, and coming here on a full moon, it's always got good activity. So you got the Wheat Chief, which is now shut. I think they couldn't afford it, whatever, but it served its purpose over time. Well, I know it's obviously just, you know, it's just a shell of Rochdale now. Right, so first stop is the Baum Boggart. So I'm going to cut it here. Just want to show you around Rochdale about how spooky it is. I'm going to cut it here, and then I'll see you at the brow, whatever it's called, the Baum Boggart. In fact, I'm going to keep rolling, change your mind. It's a spooky alleyways in Rochdale, let me tell you. So there's just something about walking through the town centre when, obviously early hours, it's honestly, it's really spooky. Oh, you got 1 milligauss, 2 milligauss, I don't know if you can see that. 4. Just starting now. 0.7. It's all over the place, look. Right, so if you remember Rochdale, there used to be an old walkway that used to go across there, I don't know if you'll remember it. It used to take you to the bus station. Spooky shout out to whoever were playing them tunes. So I believe this is the first passageway that the scriptures talk about. There it is. It's believing in them, and this passage comes from cattle being brought through the nearby slaughterhouses. This passway led to the River Roach, while the Bull Baiting was a regular attraction until the fatal event of November 1820, which marked the end of this savage pastime in Rochdale. We don't mention the Baum, but either way, I'll show you. So the plaque says something fatal happened here. I don't actually know what it is. Quite interesting if you ask me. It happened in the 18th century or something, it says. It's all in the box. Just some man's voice, really. Can you hear my frequency? That's fine. That's stood at 5.6. That's half a poltergeist. Only round here. And it's not the light either. It's like literally in this spot.
Down, frightened.
You get scared? Like literally, it's just... What the fuck? It said down here, so something must have happened here, whatever. Anyway, let's keep moving. It's a weird one, that one, isn't it? Right down to nothing.
Am I dead?
No, you're still alive. You can come talk
Open.
to me. Open. What do you mean? Right, that's weird. You can obviously see that there's something going on here. Right, let's carry on. More beepage. That's probably just going to go off constantly. Right, I'm going to hit the box because there's a good haunting spot here. More beepage. So this exchange would have been part of the field. All this part here would have been part of the field. So this would have been here, it all would have been the field. So we've got amber all around here, it's proper haunted round here. So this is what it may look like back in the day, but obviously what you just seen is modern day society, and this is the mint that I believe, or the lemon tea I think they called it, as they used, and obviously a foul murder was in these fields where I believe two friends turned on each other and one of them got shot. And then that leads to the white hare, or the rabbit. Does it exist? Or is it all folklore? We're about to all find out. And there she goes, beeping away. So there was someone that jumped off there once, and yeah, I spent a while here, to be honest. Anyway, it's a bit of speaking music, look.
Not.
Not. Maybe it's not then.
36.
36? What do you mean? Do you want to about the bomb? You want to about the white rabbit? Look. All around here. What happens when people commit suicide? It leaves a signature. Believe it or not, there's been many deaths in the town centre through one story or another. That's just going all over Gaffer. I've been to many graveyards, and the Rochdale town centre can be more active than some graveyards I've been to. There's endless harrowing stories throughout Victorian times of people losing their lives in Rochdale. I've had many spooky encounters in the town centre. Right, the bomb's just down here. Beeping. I think that was at VM's that then, which there's no lights around me. Spooky one tonight. It's hard to believe white mint would grow here naturally in big open fields before settlements came in. See, this could be relevant as well. This could be a passageway, because obviously it says the Baum here. So this could have been another passageway, as it says in the scripts, and it's just more modernised now. Due to this being such a big project, I'm going to have to do another part, so I'll do part 2. So we'll see if the Boggart's real or not in part 2. See you then. Right, let's hit the tube and start pat pounding.